Not knowing how to organize your points could ruin your entire presentation. That's why in this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 ways in which you can organize your presentations so you can pass your information as effectively as possible. Let's begin. Hello there and welcome back to The Prestige, where we help you sharpen your public speaking and communication skills. My name is Atile Guprecious, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can organize your main points. Before we begin, why don't you take your time to click on the subscribe button and turn notifications to all. That way you get notified every time we release a new video. And as you can see, it's free, so subscribe. By the way, if you don't have your writing materials, I advise you get them, because the points I'm about to give you today, you're going to need to write them down. With that being said, let's begin. Now, the first way you can organize your main points is by using the topical method. This type of organization is mostly favored by teachers. Now, it is basically breaking down your topic into smaller categories. For example, if we were to talk about humans, well, firstly, we are vertebrates, secondly, we are mammals, and 3, we live on land. So that's a very good example of breaking down a topic into 3 categories. Now, let's look at another example. So if I was to talk about my school, then firstly, I'll talk about the history of the school. Secondly, the level of education offered in the school, and then the price. Let's take one more example. So if we were to talk about a product, let's say the iPhone 11 Pro, then we would be talking about first the performance, 2 the display, 3 the battery, 4 the cameras. So there it is again, 1 main topic, which is my product, and I've divided it into 4 parts, or you could say 4 subtopics. Moving on to the next one, which is called chronological order. Now, this one places emphasis on time, and this means that you're organizing your presentation with respect to time. Now, when I say time, I don't mean the amount of time you have on stage. No, you'll understand why in a sec. Now, when a speaker is organizing his presentation based on the chronological order, it means that he's arranging his main points based on how they occur in time. So in this format, your speaker is using a beginning to end structure or format. So he's going to be arranging his presentation according to how they appear in his life or how they appear in the timeline. So let's take baking for an example. Everyone knows that first you have to mix the batter, then you put it in a pan, and then put it into an oven. Before, intermediate, after. Now, this form of presentation actually works better when it's a tutorial presentation. So let's say you're sitting in front of your audience and you're trying to teach them how to use a certain product. That's where this kind of organization works. So if I was to talk about the evolution of politics in Nigeria, I would start with how politics came into Nigeria, where politics is right now, and where it is going to be in the future. At number 3, we have the spatial method. Now, this deals with location. So that is where and how something occurs. So let's say I'm someone who travels a lot and I'm to talk about my life. I would start with where I grew up. Let's say I grew up in Abuja. That is the time I spent in Abuja. That would be my first heading. The second one would be the time I spent in Lagos State, and the third one would be presently where I live in the US. The spatial method is actually a little bit tricky. It's quite hard for you to see anyone who uses this in a presentation, but I can tell you someone who actually does this a lot, and it's your doctor. Of course, your doctor. An example of the spatial method is treatment, symptoms, cause. Now, let's do a quick recap. So, first of all, we started with the topical method, then we moved over to the chronological, and then we ended it with the spatial method. Guys, that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, follow the steps you see on your screen right now. We release new videos every Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned to our next update. Besides, it's free. With that being said, my name is Atile Precious, and remember, stay 100%.